Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandolf here. Gonna be a little bit emotional as I make this video, so hope you understand. It's been more than 2 years since I started doing content creation and started this channel. It really started out as, trying to help the players out in my guild. Instead of repeating myself over and over again, I thought I'd just make video guides and make it a lot easier for the players. And then, the content creation program was great with Infinite Magicraid, allowing me to basically play like a whale for free. And I really appreciate the opportunity in the last 2 years to really enjoy the game without having, feeling bad, because I'm a very frugal person and normally I would not spend this much on a game. And, everything you see here pretty much, overall Infinite Magicraid, I probably spent less than $1,000 myself, but most of everything you see came through the content creation program. Gone a long way. Looking back on the channel, more than 450 videos made, lots of views, probably close to 500,000 views over the lifetime of this channel. Hit, I think, 2,000 subscribers. I love all the support and every little bit of time you guys spend with me. But all good things must eventually come to an end. And before you guys all wonder, why am I doing this, right? No, the game's not in a decline in my mind. And I'm not here to complain or to say, oh, I'm switching over to another game. So in this video, I'll try to keep it brief and, give you my final thoughts on the outlook of the game. Where am I going? What am I going to be doing with my time? And then we'll end it there. So first of all, where are we with the game? I actually think the game is in a decent spot, and nobody paid me to say this. All right, I'm quitting. I'm actually, right after this video is posted, I'm gonna let the community manager and the devs know that, hey, I just simply don't have time anymore. I think as we head into the 3rd anniversary, just around the corner in about a quarter. The game is actually in a very good state. I know I didn't fully live through account 108. I played about 7 or 8 months from there. But what's really great is 2 players who are in One Hope right now started with me in server 108. One's Nantucket, the other one is Scallywag, and both of them, are whales. But in 1 year's time, they have surpassed this account that I'm on, right? And you can look at, damage wise, I am ranked 15 PvE. I'm in the championship every single week. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I make it to the top 8, but I'm definitely in the group stages every single week. And they have gone past me in less than a year's time. And what that says about this game is power creep really comes both ways. I can be complaining about the power creep in this game every single day long, but for the longevity of the game, like any game, you do need to engage the new players, because eventually in today's market, people are going to be bored of the game they're going to play. The life cycle is short. They will move on to something new. And honestly, when the old whales like this account, if I can do absolutely nothing, I don't spend, and I still hog the top spots, that's actually not healthy for this game. Because if a whale can just, live off of what they spent already and not spend anymore, well, first of all, it doesn't do anything good for the development company, doesn't do anything for the game financially, and then does not encourage the new players to spend and compete, right? So at this point, it's really, how do you find that fine balance between power creep and making people's investment feel relevant? And right now, I think, at the end of the day, I think we're in a somewhat of a healthy balance. A lot of players, will be raging at what I'm saying right now, but if we look at the bigger picture just for a second, that's actually not bad in terms of the timeline. So basically, a brand new player who's a whale starts right now in about a year's time, as long as they spend, about 20-30% more than, a whale, they can actually catch up a year from now and be very, very competitive. And we see that in those 2 players I've just mentioned. Both of them, were on the team, and, they're in the whale tower with me in Guild Arena. As soon as 108 hit Ultimate Division, we will see them compete against, top players like Weak right now. And we see a lot of the older players, leave. And I know, even, players are discussing it. Oh no, what's happening to the game? What happened to the OG group, right? Like I miss my friends, right? My friends from the Bulls, from Mystic, and people in One Hope. Like I had time in all three communities, and there's a lot of great players that quit. Like all the OGs, like Bailey, Zonli or Klee, right? Lord Eric, like all these old buddies. They all, at some point, stopped spending and quit. That's not a bad thing for the game because there's new whales. Like I mentioned those two, but in other guilds, right? Alteria, there's what's that guy's? Aristotle, right? Like there's so many new super strong whales that are upcoming, and the fact that we're moving out of the way creates room for them because they're the ones that's going to fund the game's development to year 4, year 5, year 6. So I'm just super excited to see new players coming in and they're hyped about this game. I just feel really bad about the fact that I'm not going to be part of that journey with you over the next little while. And I kind of miss that. But I also have to be truly honest with you is, in the last 3 months, I'm even disappointed myself in the quality of my analysis in this game, right? Like I used to be so proud of the fact that I have gotten this game down to a science. You look at some of my earlier videos, they might not have the best graphics or audio, but damn was I, nerding it out with math and formulas and min-maxing every last little bit of this game. And I'm not doing that anymore. If I had the time I had a year ago, like I will be performing way better with the amount of resources I have right now. You would have expected me to going here, and I would have, beaten stage 50 by now. And by the way, if you haven't seen this update, I think this is a great way of adding it. Yes, you need pretty heavy whale account to start clearing 40 to 50, but darn, is it nice to have some of these rewards out given to you at S tier for some of these, right? Like, so basically saying, hey, whales, we're giving you a challenge. When you whale on this account, there's a target for you to work towards these single time rewards, allowing you to get multiple copies of the enchant and S tier level. S tier level, not saying that you already don't have multiple copies. Here's another one for you, right? Because you already need to be a super whale before you even try to get to stage 50. So, like, I wonder what's locked. I can't. I look forward to whoever's taking over my account. By the way, someone will take over my account for me. That they are able to, live on. They're gonna change the name, so you probably don't know who it is. But, I look forward to passing on the torch and have them, finish some of these amazing accomplishments. With that being said, the second part, like I think the game is in a really good place, right? Like I'm not too concerned about power creep because at this point it's really like, here, let's just take a quick look at the championship. Like some of these are old players who are still playing, but we also have new players who are doing really, really well, right? Like I mentioned, Aristotle is great. Like some of these are old players, but like for example, Jiro's account, this was whose account was this? This was Defiled, I think. Defiled's account was this one, right? Like I'm pretty sure like which server is this? Server 24. I swear this account must have been passed on. Like no idea who this is, but server 24, I don't like, there's very few people that are still there, right? Like some of these accounts definitely have been passed through multiple hands. And that's great because new players are still investing a ton into this game. And, they're introducing new mechanics. We're getting things continue to reworked on. The dev teams are still constantly pushing out update, optimizing the game. And to see a game actively being patched and having community managers that listen to us is great signs. So, I wish all of you a really good time with the game. For those of you who still enjoy it, new players coming into the game, just don't see older players quitting as a sign. If we played this game for 2.5 years or 3 years since the beginning, that's saying a lot for a game, because today most mobile games you'll get bored in three months and you'll be like, there's no content left in it, and the devs really don't care. This is a team that really cares, so I'm proud to be part of the journey up to where it's now. So enough about the game, a little bit of myself. Why am I quitting? It has, yes, it's not it's really personal on this one, and I think without revealing too much, I mean, it really has to do with my kids and my wife, and we discussed about the amount of time that I'm spending with them, but then also how much I need to help out with the 2-year-old. The 2-year-old definitely has been a lot more of a handful compared to when he was born, which is when around the time I started content creation. That I needed to help my wife a lot with the 2-year-old. If not, like, this is just really bad for our relationship and the family dynamics we have. And I'll leave it at that. For those of you who have kids, hopefully you understand the terrible twos. Maybe a few years from now, when when he's older, I'll have more free time at night. But like, the older one's gonna hit like his teenager years, so I'm not exactly mentally prepared for that either. So for those of you like follow my video long enough, you hear me talk my kids, so I have a 2 that's almost 3 years old now, and I have an 8-year-old that's almost 9 now. So yeah, it's gonna be 3 and 9 very soon. So that's gonna be like for those of you who have kids, for those who are in my audience. But yes, this has nothing to do with another game. So before people start rumors and whatever, oh, Gandalf ran off to make another game or whatever. And for those of you who caught the little brief excursion I had on Legend of Mushroom, that was a complete fail. I created a new channel and that totally bombed. That just, lessons learned. You don't build a channel off of one particular game and you try to expand beyond one game. That just totally doesn't work, and that game just is on a way faster plummet than Infinite Magicraid, and that just passed 1 year mark, and Infinite Magicraid's going on to its 3rd. So I'm really proud of this game, really proud of this community, really loved all the friends and I play with. I think I thanked plenty of people, like all the OG guild leaders. I will miss you all, even though I know all of you probably quit before me already, but I'm about to join you and into the quitters list, but I'll still be around. I will hang out in the Mystics. I'll hang out in the Bolt and the Ones Discord. If people ever want to reach out to me, I have a random chat. I still speak to some of the old friends. Shout out to Panda, one of my old buddies back then. Cloud has quit a long time ago, but we just talked yesterday about our kids and family. So yeah. For those of you who still haven't figured out, yes, I'm a family man, and real life family comes first. So unfortunately, like I said, this is the last video, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll keep the channel open. I'm not going to delete any of the videos. So I hope the mechanic guides stay as relevant as possible, but recognizing, a year from now, probably a lot of the videos might not be as relevant. I know the tier list is falling behind. Sorry, I'm not going to be making another tier list. But with the trend of power creep goes, if you're starting out, just go for the new heroes. You'll go for the new stuff. And the older stuff will become cheaper and cheaper to buy, right? And of course, they're less and less relevant, so they can give away more of them for free. So I think that way, it makes this game relevant and fun for new players. Would you want to come into a game where it's completely dominated by old players, where there's no way for you to compete against them? That's not a good feeling, right? If you work hard, you can actually make your way to the top, especially for those spenders. You can definitely make it in the 9 to 12 month period. By the time you hit Ultimate Division, you can absolutely compete for sure. So I'm going to miss this. This is the last day of me with, being first place. Thank you, Week, Dawn, Nuntaco, and Scallywag. Thank you for carrying me to first. I felt like that was an awesome achievement to be part of the #1 team in Battle for Glory before I hang up my hat and say retired. As I wrap up this video, I am, I don't know how many times trying to record this without getting too emotional, but I'm going to miss you guys all. I'm going to miss chatting with you guys in the comment section. I'm just gonna miss you guys a lot, and I feel like if I keep saying this, I might not quit, but I really need to quit because I need to free up my time for my kids, for my wife, and yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys. Okay, that's it. Gandalf out, and I'm signing out for reals this time. There won't be another video after this. I'm so sorry, and we're gonna end it here, guys. It's been a great run. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me. Gandalf signing out indefinitely. Take care. Bye.